Ted, you've had 24 hours to reflect on the events of yesterday. What do you think now?
No, I'm all right. I mean, I'm just going to go out there and play my game tonight again. I mean, I'm going to expect a lot more than yesterday because I'm playing Wayne, but that's what happens. But I'm used to it now. I didn't expect that yesterday, and to me, I thought it was out of order. You know, it's all right having a bit of banter, but when you've got them screaming constantly and you've got the one person shouted miss, that's naughty. But you know, it happens, and I'm just going to get ready and concentrate on tonight now.
Problem is, it might happen again.
Well, that's like I say, I got used to it yesterday. You know what I mean? I've looked at it, and I'd expect it tonight. So I expected something when I went there last night, but not as much as that. But now I know what it's like, you know, we'll just take it as it comes.
And in answer to the question, who are you? You're a world champion, and I guess that's where you're coming from.
Yeah, well, that's what I did yesterday. I'm 2 times world champion. You know, they weren't given to me. I had to earn them. Whether people think I'm world champion or not, I have won the Lakeside twice, and I'm 2 times world champion. You know, a little bit of respect is all I'm after.
You've got the great misfortune now, after yesterday's events, of facing Wayne Mardle, who you couldn't have picked a man more popular with the Wolverhampton crowd, and there you are. You know, if you didn't have enough against you, you got him as well. Yeah, I mean, Wayne's a mate. I mean, we've been having a little laugh and a joke the past 2 days, and he come in tonight and said a few things which I found funny, but I said, yeah, all right, mate, no problems. But, you know, it's a game of darts, first to 5 wins. He's a great player. You know, he's had a few rough times over the past few years, but he's bouncing back, so I've got to play darts to beat him. And despite the fact that so far you haven't greatly enjoyed the Grand Slam of darts, you still want to stay here, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do. I mean, I want to get as far as possible. I mean, I've looked at it. I've now got to take tonight on and go and win tonight. That's the first one. And then obviously look at what the situation is for the last game and see what I've got to do. But tonight's the main thing, is go out there and win tonight.
I often say this, but in this case I particularly mean it. Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Think you might need it, don't you? Of course, the county's up against another shy and retiring type in Mr. Mardle, who's had to battle against illness this year, but may have the majority of the crowd with him tonight.
Well then, Wayne, you took a bit of a beating against Simon Whitlock, but if I know anything about you, you're going to come out fighting against Ted Hankey, aren't you?
I am, yeah. Simon gave me a bit of a hiding, really. His doubles were just a bit too good for me. But tonight's going to be really good fun. I'm so looking forward to it.
Explain, because I know you've got a few tricks to leave, haven't you?
It's not really tricks. It's not really sort of a kind of shenanigans that I do, but we know what Ted's like. And I'm just going to have a bit of fun, that's all. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to play the board and get the crowd on my side big time.
Are you talking about ear flapping?
I could do a bit of that.
Seriously though, are you going to find this quite a tough challenge, because you are going to have the crowd noise to contend with as well as the game of darts?
The game's tough enough as it is. What can I say about Ted? He's won the world title twice, and he's the reigning world champion on the BDO side. So he knows how to win a game of darts. But I like a bit of noise. That's what I've made my career on. Is basically getting the crowd behind me. And tonight, I'm going to try so hard to put him off. That's the only way I can win.
Can't wait.
No, can I? Come on, get on with it.
Well, worry the day he stops laughing, Mr. Mardle. It promises much. It's the perfect 2 to go head-to-head, really, with what happened yesterday, because they love Wayne Mardle.
Opposites attract.
Yeah.
And this is, you know, you couldn't get 2 more unlike people if you tried. The pantomime villain and the people's champion.
Did you sense a little contrition from Ted there?
Absolutely. The only thing missing in that interview, and it was a great interview, was just a little apology, you know, to the kids that might have been sat in the audience. It was a weekend, or the kids watching at home. That was the only thing missing, and that was the only thing wrong he really did. But I think he regrets what he's done.
Do you think he can win this?
Anything could happen. Anything could happen.
But looking forward to this, to say the least. Wayne Mardle and Ted Hankey. The crowd here in Wolverhampton are bang up for it. Bang up for it. And let's get the players out, shall we? Here's John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome. We are live at the Civic Hall, Wolverhampton. Yes, it's the partypoker.com Grand Slam of Darts, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, and we are live on ITV4. It's time now to meet the players. He's the reigning BDO champion of the world. It's Hankey! And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's away by the world, Wayne Mardle!
Two different walk-ons, I think it's fair to say. Two slightly different characters. But pick their bones out of this. This is darts. This is it. Hankey against Mardle. In the box, Alan Warner-Little and Peter Drury.
Oh, joy. What a shame they have to play. That'll do for me. Pantomime. And there's Buttons. Dandini. The Fun Meister. Wayne Mardle. Boy, he can get under someone's skin. And there is the skin he's looking to get under. The ugly sister. The giant from Jack and the Beanstorm. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Ted Hankey.
I'm actually quite surprised that he stayed with the same music. I thought he would have gone with the Kaiser Chiefs. I predict a riot.
Tranky Hankey over the weekend. Wayne Mardle, regardless of his downturn in form, regardless of his heavy defeat, remains determined to smile. And he is the opponent who, in terms of mood, in terms of tempo, in terms of temperament, Hankey probably would have chosen last.
Well, certainly no prizes for who the crowd's behind. Ted Hankey, as popular here as Peter Andre will be at Jordan's next wedding.
134.
And he has started well, with bridges to build, with connections to make, relationships to heal.
Let's take all this aside.
60.
Bottom line is, Ted Hankey is the current BDO world champion. He can play darts, and if he settles down here, he's certainly good enough, not just to win this game, but still get through in the group.
100.
And he has a couple of options, this Hankey. One is to find a bit of love in the room. The other, in the face of this popular individual, is to become an armadillo. That's what happened to Mardle's dart. Become an armadillo. Skin so thick and impenetrable that nothing hurts.
Well, didn't play well yesterday, but early signs here.
100.
Looks settled and calm, scoring well.